All right. So this is my first official stream that'll be staying up and not being immediately deleted, hopefully. Uh, I have drawn my own avatar here. I'm not an artist though, so I'm still working through the design process. So all right, so I'm gonna keep the like elf design. I think maybe lean into like a little bit of a modern fantasy thing. Little bit of backstory. This is a D&D character that I made that I never ended up using, so I just thought I'd repurpose the drawing that I already had, but I figure it might be better to have something a little bit more tailor-made to what I'm trying to do now. So I already went ahead beforehand and did this pose on an online resource. I forget the name right now, but if you just Google drawing mannequin online, it's like the first or second result. I traced the outline of this again, and so I'm going to be working on, making this character. I like the hairstyle that I chose. I think I'm going to keep like the medium length hair with the ponytail, but we'll see. I have a few things that I want to change. So let's see, where should I start? Also, there may be some technical issues because I'm doing a 2 PC setup here, but one of those PCs is a laptop and the other is a tablet, so this is going to be unstable as hell. So let me maybe start off with the clothes. I was thinking about changing from like the flannel to kind of like a hoodie, but more of like a Lord of the Rings like fantasy like ranger cloak hoodie mix. So something like in between, modern fantasy. That's what we're going for. So start by tracing out like a collar or a hood for that. Let's see. I'm sorry for how much I flip around the canvas. I am very much not an artist, so we'll see. This could go very poorly. So something like that. We have a shoulder here. I was thinking rolling up the sleeves because I was planning on maybe having some like tattoos on the arm. And so I maybe like kind of cut the sleeve off here so you can see those like on this part. But we'll see. We'll see where the process takes us. Oh yeah, so the hand is up like this because I was thinking about holding like a mug of tea because I don't know, one of my students, so I'm a physics teacher, one of my students remarked how every physics professor that they know is like carries around a coffee mug all the time. I don't drink coffee, so maybe tea. Oh, hello, Francisco. I'm gonna make you a moderator if I can do that really quickly. There we go. All right, you should be a moderator now. So yeah, No clue what I'm doing whatsoever. Maybe we'll have this like kind of flowing a bit more the other way. So something like that maybe. Then we'll have maybe this kind of like go back behind the arm. So yeah, because I guess I should have thought about like the torso is going like this way. So it should be something more like that, I guess. Also, I find the face on the mannequin that I used for this very creepy. Like, I don't know. For some reason, the eyes look too big. It's kind of like alien to me. So maybe like here and then kind of going up this way. I think I might have messed up the perspective on the hood a little bit. I think it's supposed to be more to the side. So going like that. Maybe look this part over here. Yeah, something like that. Cisco, if you're still there, let me know how the audio sounds because I uh, turned off it on my side because the idea of listening to my voice constantly the entire time that I'm doing this was like existentially horrifying. I could not do that. But yeah, I was thinking like for the shirt, like underneath the hoodie thing, uh, like one of those like old medieval style, like you have like the little cutout right there. So they did that on the old like medieval style shirts, but before they had like elastic fabric because you needed like a way to fit your head through it, but also like it wasn't so big that it would like completely fall off of you. So they had these little cuts in there like that, so that you could widen the opening without it being just like basically like those like swoop cut like I don't know if that's the right term for it, but yeah. Let's see. A little echoey, but not bad. I think that's more of yeah. This is a laptop mic, so it's gonna be bad. It's just a question of how bad. Ooh, so I'm looking now at like the chat on screen, and since you have the blue name now that you're a moderator, um, it's a little hard to read. Uh, so I can go through and like futz with the CSS and that, and maybe darken the blue. I think a darker blue might help with that. Um, I also could just pick another color like entirely. Yeah, we'll see. I'll mess around with that later. So then this will. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so this will come back like around the back, maybe keep a little closer to the upper back, but then kind of flow away. Fix that just with the vibe. I think the sleeve cutoff that I drew probably needs to be a little bit more rounded, because this would be some like foreshortening of the arm. It's not like perfectly like horizontal from the perspective of like the person looking at it. So I say this like I know anything about what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I think like you make the sleeves like pretty baggy, something like that. Since we're like rolling it up, like I may have like a cuff right there, something along those lines, and then I guess like that. Like that. This is really baggy on it, maybe. I have absolutely no clue what to do for like the pants. I'm honestly kind of terrified for that. I don't know how to draw pants. I don't really know how to draw any clothes, but pants in particular for some reason. Baggy like scrunch. Yeah. Baggy like scrunched up wizard robes. Um, actually, oh, you brought up like so darkening the background. I think I can put a drop shadow on the like chat, and that might like help it contrast more without having to go through and like change like all that much. It's a good idea. So yeah, we're gonna have the shirt kind of cut off somewhere right there. I guess I could always just make him wear like joggers, so the pants are literally just like glued to the legs. Don't have to draw any kind of like extra silhouette to it. That shirt is not at the right angle. So maybe roll the sleeve here too. Something like that. And we can have this part just kind of go back behind the other part of the jacket. Yeah, I think the cuffs like below the elbow would be best. And I should probably like, because of gravity, kind of hold pretty close to like the shoulder, and then like as it goes away from it, that's where it kind of falls away from the skin. So like that, and then it comes back in. Nice shadow. How do I do that? What shadow? I'm not sure I know what shadow you're talking about. Oh, but I found so the font that you see for like everything on here, Uh, I found it's just on Google Fonts. I didn't have to like make it or anything myself. I was kind of lucky that they had like a Blackboard thing since I kind of wanted to go for like a classroom kind of vibe. Since like usually I'll be like so. But yeah, if anyone's like watching this VOD later, which I don't know why you would, um, I will not be like regularly like streaming myself doing art. This is a unique scenario. I'm usually going to be streaming like physics lessons or helping with like physics homework or any questions that you have about that. This needs to go more like on the figure. So the figure itself was like a something that I found like online. Like you can it's like a drawing mannequin online or whatever. I don't know the oh, do you mean on the figure like that I already drew, or do you mean like the mannequin in the drawing? Because the mannequin that was like an online thing, like that just comes with the shadow on it. It's this one, just so I can get an idea. I'll have that shark come around there. Maybe come back like that. Like honestly, yeah, I could just do like kind of some slight bagginess on like the upper part of the pants. So yeah, is there supposed to be a delay? Yeah, so the delay is not between you posting it and me seeing it, but it's actually between me saying and like responding to it and you hearing it. There's like a, I think I timed it last time when I was like practicing this. There's like a 10-second at least delay between when I say something and when it appears on the stream. Oh yeah, no worries, no worries. So maybe something like this. So just some bags on the pants. I heard somewhere that like doing these like really sketchy lines on when you're trying to do a drawing is like not good, but I haven't really found a way around it yet because whenever I just try to draw like a line like so I just drew this line here like it is so wobbly. I feel like if you like do all of the like small lines and just kind of put them over each other, it kind of like averages out to what you want. Probably, you know, there's probably a better way to do that, but that's what I've settled on for the moment. Thanks. I'll take that into consideration. So, yeah, I was thinking maybe the hoodie should be like a little bit longer. Maybe. Well, that's high praise coming from you since you're sending this from a museum right now. Thank you. I think the part that has me scared the most though is drawing eyes. Uh, like I don't know why, but for some reason eyes just like where they go on the face just do not make sense to me. Like I think I always make them a little too big, um, and they end up looking like like one of those brachycephalic dogs, like pugs and stuff. Um, and that's not good. But like if I overcorrect, like if I try to correct it, I overcorrect, and they get too small. Yeah, yeah, you're right. So I think so. This isn't the pant waistline. This is the shirt. Um, I do think that the leg needs to go up higher too, though. Yeah, maybe like even a deeper like V on this like neck thing, something like that. We'll see what it looks like without the. Okay, it looks a little like spindly. Hmm. Yeah, especially at a court. Yeah, it. I really challenged myself with like the avatar that I'm using right now to do like the quarter angled face because like the head on gets a little visually boring. Um, but it was not easy. I eventually like you can see like the eyes on this one literally exact same size. There's no perspective on it. I just have him like angled like a little bit, and that's the only difference between the right and left eye because I just gave up. Yeah, it looks a little like I think yeah he's got no hips like whatsoever, and that's true to life. But I'm trying to make a good looking character. Maybe yeah, exactly. Because uh, that's basically what I was like, um, you know, taking inspiration from. Like I was looking at like, okay, what do other like low budget PNGs do? Like, and it looks like that, like anime DeviantArt stuff, and like some of that art is really good, but I think you kind of have to like know what you're doing to make that style look good, and I do not think that I do. So yeah, yeah, I think widening out the hips a little bit is going to help. So one other thing, if there's anything I can do to like make this look more like a shirt rather than just the pant line, but have it like come away a little bit, like have some kind of curve to it. So something like yeah, like some kind of arc. Something like that. Yeah, I do think I want to make this longer, the jacket though. So maybe like that. It is a good starting place, yeah. That wasn't the like chat delay on that one though. That was me not checking the chat for a couple seconds. Maybe some light shading at the shirt line. Yeah, so like once I do like the shading, like have some like glow here to show that like the shirt's casting a shadow on the pants. Maybe it look like a French. What's a French tuck? I don't think I know what that is. I think this needs to. Okay, I'm correct it on that. Maybe we can put like a fold in here somewhere just to give it a little bit more something to do. It's only where you oh. Oh, that reminds me of like my dad, like when he's at work or something, like only tucking in the front. No, no, thank you. I don't know why, but that just seems weird to me. Got like the arm here. I was thinking about like making like the hand like look like it was going into the pocket. So maybe have like have it like something like that. Well, the perspective on that's kind of weird, isn't it? Can be like steeper. Exactly, exactly. I'm already gonna draw like one hand right here, like holding the mug. Um, so I'll still have to draw like a set of hands, but I'm only gonna have to draw one pair. And then you don't have to worry about um, like making sure the hands are the right size. Yeah, that's another thing that I really struggle with like drawing is like if I'm drawing something like you know head on, making the different body parts like that are supposed to be symmetrical the same size is awful. Maybe we'll have like a little bit of the jacket covering up the shirt a bit. Come on here. Yeah, so we have like the other side of the jacket come around like right here. Does that make sense? I can't tell. I can't tell if that makes sense. Drawing fabric is uh, difficult. Oh, with the arm across the Holding the coffee, maybe shorten the forearm a little bit. Foreshortening. Ooh, yeah. So like so like that ish. Yeah. Oh, what did I do? That was not intended. Yeah, so then something like yeah, there we go. I'm sorry if I'm giving you like a seizure by spinning the canvas all around like constantly. So then this can go here. Go. So yeah. Maybe have like the mug actually like overlap with the hand a little bit, like that. Oh, and if I do that, then I won't have to draw the fingers because they'll be behind the mug. Could just draw like, the handles like that. This is too low. I think this might be too low. Yeah, like that. Foreshortening is just the effect in drawing of warping the dimension of the thing so that it looks like. Yeah. So like if like like it's like perspective. So like parallel lines like actually converge. Like in perspective. So like if you're doing 1 point perspective, like all these parallel lines converge as they get like farther away from you. So like if these are like buildings and stuff, like they would appear to get shorter. Like I think hallways were the first thing that I learned to like draw in like 1 point's perspective. Yeah, no, fingers are the worst, so hiding them whenever possible is ideal. I still feel like the legs are a little spindly. I could have just like I know that was probably just like the mannequin that I used, but like I'm trying to think like how to fix that. I could just like shorten them, like literally just take the knees up, like something like that. It's a little better. But yeah, I was thinking like also doing like some like ties around here, like to make it look a little bit more medieval. So it's like something like that. Okay, it could be looking worse. Maybe have like this shirt kind of come around in front like this, in front of the arm. So it gives some more dimension to it because we have the jacket then going behind the arm and then the shirt going in front of it, like folding around here. Yeah, because I want to go for like a mixture of like modern and like fantasy. Like that was the kind of vibe of like the original character design. I decided to repurpose it for this. I was also thinking like so doing like some kind of like lightningy like tattoos and stuff. Just a little like note about like the name. Like I chose the pseudonym Calculum because a coulomb is a unit of electric charge. And so I was thinking like it would be really funny like to have like in this like fantasy world that this person lives in, like they're like a electromancer, like they have electric magic abilities, but they just use it to like teach physics classes, like do like lab demonstrations. But so yeah, I was thinking about maybe like doing some glowing like lightningy tattoos like down the forearms, and I think like maybe like even up like the sides of the neck and stuff, like something like that. Oh yeah, like a little piece of chalk like right there. Oh, that would be, yeah, you're right. That would be perfect. Just have it kind of like behind there, and then like have the hair kind of go behind it. Yeah. Oh, good call on that. Oh no, wait, hold on. That looks a little too close to like a swastika. Like if a like a yeah, no. Okay. Okay, something like that, but you know, not that exact shape that I drew. A little too many right angles on that one. Alrighty. All right. I'm liking it. Yeah. So let's just maybe erase this just so I get a good sense of what it's going to look like. Maybe or more organic shapes. Yeah, like a, or maybe like you have like a like kind of like a root system. Um, actually, so it's kind of like I have a. I was thinking about getting a tattoo myself, like in real life. That was has a similar vibe to that, like a tree, like with you know a long root system and like a lot of branches that only has like leaves on one side, um, and then it's like dead on the other. So it was something that like a therapist told me a couple years ago about how I can't always expect like life to be 60 degrees and sunny every day because you're just like setting yourself up for disappointment. I think this side of the collar is going up a little too fast. But yeah, so maybe something more like flowy, like little like tree branches kind of things. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I already figured out how to make like a kind of glow effect in Clip Studio too. So that could be cool, like to have like the kind of glowing magical tattoos. Maybe if I have the time, I could make it like a toggle where it's like a regular, like, black ink tattoo, and then I can like press a button to make it start glowing. But that seems complicated, so maybe I'll just like for the start make them just kind of glow to begin with. Yeah, like something like that, and then like continue it maybe down the forearm too. Yeah, I think the like hoodie I think was an easier thing to adapt to like a more fantasy kind of feel than like the flannel that the current avatar is wearing. Um, I could also, if I want to write really tiny, I could like write Hagoromo, like the really fancy chalk that everyone like goes crazy for on here. Maybe I don't have to write the full thing out. I can just like start writing like the HA. The trick is going to be making it not look like a cigarette. Yeah, it looks cool. Like if it wasn't like a unprofessional to get a neck tattoo, like if I didn't have to like apply to jobs like teaching at colleges at some point in my life, I would love to get like like an organic kind of like sprawling neck tattoo, but apparently society still frowns on that kind of stuff. The department chair, actually, at the place that I'm currently working, um, was, suggesting to me and some of my other cohort mates not to get tattoos. And then one of my friends like rolled up his sleeve just to show that he already had like, covered his arms to begin with, like before he even got there. Yeah, it was really easy to make like the glowing effect too. So I just kind of went over like when I was like messing around with that, like I like drew out the pattern, and then like you like start with like a light color, then you just copy the layer, move it below the layer that you just drew, and then apply a Gaussian blur to it. It's not unprofessional. You're just in the wrong profession. I have to imagine that it's going to be more strict in like other um, fields than like academia. Like I had a professor that had full tattoo sleeves in undergrad, and he even did his own tattoos too, which was really cool. He had a full Akira leg piece, um, but like he had already had his job and stuff before he already had like an established career before he started doing all that. He was really cool. He would also like talk to us about playing Overwatch and had a herb grinder in his back pocket. He was an interesting guy. He wrote one of my rec letters for grad school. Okay, let's see. So, what should I do about shoes? What's something that can be like kind of fantasy, but also like you know, modern like interpretation of something fantasy? Like, so I'm thinking like boots, but like what kind? I think boots in general kind of give like a more medieval feel. Yeah, that is crazy. Ooh, I could give him Blundstones, so he's looking like extra cunty. Yeah, that's gonna be me one day. Hopefully, if I can get a job. Uh, that would be awesome if I could get like a job and then go do that. Actually, I'm gonna go grab my own Blundstones from the other room so I have a reference. why I needed to do that. This is actually a very simple shape. So it's got like kind of an upward lip in the front. Is that high enough for the, yeah. So maybe we'll have like the pants be kind of like a high cuff on them. It sounds like a magic. I don't. Yeah, yeah. It'd be like one of those like obscure things that like you would have to like watch 40 different YouTube videos to figure out how to use them. But like it makes the game like completely broken. Like you can one shot like the Elden Beast. Sorry for the spoilers on that. Yeah, like I think the lip needs to be a little wider maybe. Yeah, because something like that, and then yeah, that's kind of what they look like. So I did grab the right shoe, not the left, so okay. I'm like, it's kind of got like a this thing like stitched across the front, something like that. Oh, well, it goes to the inside, not the outside, so like that. So this side is going to have more of a profile of the shoe. Like that. Let me have the tongue come down forward. And it's basically just going to follow the end of any of the like heel like that. That's kind of it. I'll go fix it later. Yeah, kind of. I like the stitching like that on here. And I guess it would also be like kind of angled forward. But yeah. Yeah, it's kind of given like the modern fantasy vibe, I think. We could have like the tattoos kind of come around here as well. To do drawing streams. Yeah, I'm actually having a good time too. It's fun just kind of like talking through drawing. It helps me not get frustrated as easily when I'm like talking out loud. Like if I was just doing this by myself, like I feel like I'd have gone insane, like trying to fix something. But like the drive to like be talking occasionally and look at the chat makes me be like, okay, well if it's not perfect, like just move on and do something else for a minute. Yeah, no, this would definitely be fun. Let's go boom this. I'm gonna have the fold come out like that. Were you here when I was explaining like the extremely scuffed like setup that I have for this? It is like so dumb. Like I don't have a PC, and so I'm having to stream from both a laptop and a tablet, and I have them like I am sending my like so all the drawing stuff is on my tablet. I'm streaming that to the PC, which is then doing all the overlay and like the avatar and the chat and stuff, and then taking like what I'm streaming from my laptop to the PC, and then stream or to the lap or from the tablet to the laptop. I'm confusing myself, and then streaming all that to YouTube. It is not ideal in the slightest. Yeah, I kind of like the tattoos. All right. Maybe I'll start thinking about the head now. This is the part that's going to stress me out the most, I think. So let's say we have like this one. I'm going through like here. Ish. Ish. So make a hairline right there. So if I keep like the hair that I was doing with this one, it's kind of like a thing like that. Yeah. But maybe with some more like kind of kinks in it. I guess I do that too. Make it a little thinner. Like in and out. Now I feel like that'll cover too much of the right side of the face on. Hmm. So I'll just kind of go back here. Something like that. This maybe should go on a little farther back here. I'm thinking something like that for the backside. Okay. It's not looking awful. I did get very quiet there because this is probably one of the parts that I'm least sure about. Could you get a cheap PC for streaming, or would you rather save up for a good one to do multiple stuff? I think I'd rather save up for a good one to do multiple stuff, because also, like, not being able to play a lot of the really, high-end games on Steam right now has been a tad depressing. And so I think it would be nice to get, like, one with at least, like, a good graphics card. Apparently, I was seeing, like, some really good deals on Amazon, but it's like, I think today is like the last day to get them. But you could get like a PC with a like 14th generation i9 processor and an NVIDIA RTX 4070 for less than $2,000 on Amazon today, which I hadn't seen before. Maybe that's like not a good offer, but at least from like what I'd seen from looking at computers recently, it seemed like it was decent. But that could also be just the fact like inflation's kind of dying down a little bit. Maybe not as good an offer as it like just initially seemed to me. Kind of like loop down. Yeah, something like that. You want this to kind of angle further this way too. Something like that. Closer to what I have currently. And yeah, if I have like the hair going like over the ear, more like this, I can show off more of that like tattoo. design. I might have one go this way as well. So yeah, like this. Inside, I think. Do I still have longer hair IRL? No, actually. Like, I cut it like basically all off. I went for a like really like back to like think like a high school like kind of haircut. Like, not quite as like our senior year of high school, but like pretty close. Like, I think it wasn't like a full undercut, but I did get like the clippers on the side. It was just like, especially like with the heat wave and stuff, it was getting too difficult to have the long hair. I didn't hate how it looked, but I think it was time to just go back. I enjoyed the like, that I tried it. Okay. Ooh, I guess I shouldn't have like uh, mentioned that we know each other IRL since you're using your actual name because I was so my like office and email address and photo are like public information since I work at a public university. So I figured it might be better to kind of, if I'm doing anything on the internet, not have my name out there. I figured like I have such niche research. If I ever talk about it, it's gonna come out anyway. But better to like you know take precautions where I can. But so maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that we know each other. Oh well, that's my bad. Yeah, that's what. So like this here. Like a fairly messy kind of. Yeah, no worries. I mean, it's not like anyone's gonna watch this anyway, so no worries. I know you mentioned like doing a YouTube as well. Do you have any ideas on what you would name your channel? Nah, I like it. Thinking for like rendering this, I might like also do like something like this rather than just like a straight line. Just to kind of give it a little bit more, like just a little something, you know? This one's going a little too far that way. Make this a little longer. Thank you. But yeah, so this is the kind of vibe that I'm going for, I think. If you want a PNG avatar, I could draw you one. Can't promise it'll look good, but I could try. The perspective on this one seems a little weird. I think I need to have like this going up higher, like that. Or is that too high now? No. I think it's just something about. So it's weird to do things like that are supposed to be symmetrical in perspective. I am not good at it. Well, that's definitely not right. I think this side needs to also be. I think it actually needs to be shorter, if anything. No, this just needs to come out more. Like that, maybe. Have this one be a little bit more out. Yeah, just let me know like what you would want. Are you going to smooth out the lines on the bangs later, or are you going to for more uh, anime hairstyle? Um, I don't know. I'm probably going to smooth them out. Um, we'll see, like what I'm feeling. Um, yeah, I think it's probably going to be a little bit more smoothed out. I'm just trying to get like the general shape in, but yeah. I do know that like you want to have like a good mix of curved and straight lines when you're doing this kind of stuff. I just I'm still working out like where they should be. But yeah, I think that's a good like kind of general silhouette for the hair from what I'm thinking. Like for what I'm thinking, yeah. The issue is gonna be like the face stuff because like these are not the proportions that I want on this. So it's kind of like got a like head down kind of look to it, I think. guess I could always like try to thin out the face a bit, and maybe that would I may finish this another time. I've already been doing this for an hour now. I think I'm like, because I also need to go prepare for a lab that I have to teach tomorrow. So I think I might call it quits here, and maybe do another one of these sometime later this week. Oh, I can show you that. So I have this special scene made for this exact equation. And, yeah, just do the question. That would be funny. But yeah, so I have this slide made for when stream ends. All right. I'll see you